gentlemen, welcome to the first bout of this afternoon and this evening from AT&T Stadium. This first bout is in the cruiserweight division. This is presented by Frank Warren, sponsored by Tecate, Born Bold, O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. Hennessy, never stop, never settle. Adriana's Insurance, el seguro que necesitas, al precio que quieres pagar. AT&T, mobilizing your world, and Casa Mexico Tequila, it's in the taste. We're ready for the first bout of the evening. This is in the cruiserweight division, 6 rounds of action. Your third man in the ring is Gregorio Alvarez. Introducing first in the blue corner, he hails from Longview, Texas. He's got a professional record of 11 wins, 21 losses with 5 knockouts. He's weighing 198 1/4 pounds, wearing the black trunks with the red trim. It is Rayford Johnson. And his opponent in the red corner, he hails from London, England. He's got a professional record of 7 wins, no losses, 6 wins, all coming by way of knockout. He's wearing the white trunks with the blue trim, weighing 185 1/4 pounds. It is Mr. Anthony Yarde. 6 rounds of action in the cruiserweight division.
Referee with instructions. Yarde, there you see with the braid. London, England is where he's from. An Arsenal fan. They're showing this fight back home for Anthony Yarde. Rayford Johnson, 36 years old. Longview, Texas. And ready to go. The first bout at AT&T Stadium. There's 11 fights total on the schedule, all leading towards the main event featuring Canelo Alvarez and Liam Smith. There you see starting to pipe in the crowd noise, the boom. Doors open moments ago. Outside, Go the Boy putting on a fan fest. And as we drove up here, it is a massive stadium. It looks like it was CGI where they just put it on top of a field, but no, it really is an impressive arena.
Coyote, I've been here 3 times. I was at both fights. Excuse me, Beto, got my Durans mixed up, but I still am amazed by the enormity of this venue. There's certain things I look at as I just kind of look around this venue and this building. There's things I noticed I haven't noticed before. It truly is a billion-dollar facility. I think it'll be state-of-the-art for at least another 20 years.
Coyote Duran, one of the best cut men around and a fine actor in his own right. He was in Rocky, and a man who was in Rocky, Gabriel Rosado. Leon the Lion will be the co-feature. Joseph Diaz Jr., 2012 Olympian who fought in London, and Diego De La Hoya, the cousin of Oscar, will be the first fight on pay-per-view. Right now we're watching Anthony Yarde against rugged veteran Rayford Johnson. Yarde, at the media workout on Tuesday, showed up, sat with Doug Fisher and myself and said, you know what, I love Mexicans because I have that Mexican style. He wanted me to teach him a couple words in Espanol. And all you got to do is say this weekend on Mexican Independence Weekend, Viva Mexico, and you'll be all right. Yarde,
that's a smart thing.
In white and blue, 7-0, 6 KOs, was more of a track star soccer player growing up.
Has a very athletic build, probably the most athletic build I've seen on a British cruiserweight since David Hay fought in that weight class.
And Doug, just again, the British scene right now is on fire with so many champions across the pond.
Very hot. Yeah, they have between 12 and 14 major world title holders from various parts of England, and they are supported by very loyal and proud fans.
Beto Duran, Steve Kim, and Doug Fisher. Doug, the editor of ringtv.com, one of the best websites out there. Steve, longtime boxing scribe for UCN Live and BoxingScene.com. And you guys get a lot of interaction with the British fans, don't you?
They absolutely come out in mass, and I think that was shown last week as Kel broke.
And he gets tagged with the left.
I think he's not
on the ropes. He's on the ropes. He's on the ropes. Didn't go down, but Johnston was tagged with that left hook by Anthony Yarde,
Fight should be
Arsenal
over.
fan. He was out on his feet,
Oh, he
but
was.
the ropes held him up.
He doesn't know where he is.
Beto,
And his legs aren't under
And
him.
it is over.
okay.
A first-round stoppage for Anthony Yarde from London, England.
Good grief. You know what, Steve? He had drawn comparisons to one of my favorite British fighters of all time, Nigel Benn, the Dark Destroyer. And he told us, yeah, he gets knockouts, but he doesn't go balls to the wall the way Ben did. He's a technical boxer, and he showed that in this knockout.
Yeah, and to note about Rayford Johnson, this should not be a surprise. He's been knocked out 8 times in 20 losses, and he was 1-5 in his last 6. And you could see just the natural raw power of Yarde. I guess that's that old saying, he's built like Tarzan. He also punches like one.
Time, 2 minutes, 10 seconds of the first round. Your winner by a TKO from London, England, Mr. Anthony Yarde. Yarde.
He is now 8-0 with 7 KOs. Anthony Yarde, for the 4th time in his career, stops his opponent in the first round.
And Doug, it's going to be interesting. He actually weighed in at 185, which is right in the middle point between the traditional light heavyweight limit of 175 and 200 for cruiserweight. So the question is, looking at that physique, does he shave off 10 pounds or does he add on 15 more?
I don't think he can drop 10 pounds without hurting himself. I think he's just going to have to utilize that athleticism. He was a sprinter and a shot putter in track. He's fast, got that quick twitch, but he's also got that physical strength and that power that a shot putter would have. He's going to have to use his size and his athleticism to overcome size disadvantages when he's facing those small heavyweights that boil down to 200 pounds.
And being on this card, I assume he's under the umbrella of Frank Warren. And you can take a look at the
Watch out,
right
look
there.
how short. It was a lead left hook. Look how short and compact it was. It was like a little slap across the face, but it just took the legs away from Johnson. He's out on his feet.
And our ace researcher, Beto Duran, points to me that he began his career, this man right there, Anthony Yarde, who knocked out Rayford Johnson at 177 and has steadily climbed up in weight. So it will be interesting to see exactly where he ends up. But this year he's been at 178, 176, and 177, his opponent's weight. So it looks like he is a light heavyweight. Going back to Frank Warren, Hall of Fame promoter, this is a man that has developed Joe Calzaghe, Nassim Hamed, Ricky Hatton. He started off Amir Khan. He's in very good hands, Anthony Yarde is, with a man like Frank Warren developing his young career.
Anthony Yarde, very charismatic. 25 years old, only boxing for about 11 years. And then you see the shirts for El Finito, Hector Tanajara. He'll be part of the Freeview. Tanajara, San Antonio, Texas, 6-0 with 4 KOs. He's 18 years old. And if you're seeing yourself on TV, there you go. Look up. Your face is now on the big screen that covers what? From the 30 to the 30-yard line? Is that about right, Steve?
You know, you talk about those shirts of Hector Tanajara. He had a late replacement. His fight nearly got canceled now. He is from this region, and his father said, we don't care who we fight. It could be Weekend at Bernie's for all we care. We had sold way too many tickets, sold way too many shirts and hats. They had to get somebody in there, and I think they came up with Roy Garcia at the 11th and a half hour.
Coming up next, Alexis Salazar, who was in camp with Canelo Alvarez, takes on another Texan, Larry Smith, all working towards the main event. Canelo Alvarez, Liam Smith. Go to goldenboypayperview.com and buy that for your mobile device. We'll be back with more in Texas on Ring TV.